Welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm your host, Laura.
And I'm May, and today we are doing one of our famous hodgepodge episodes. I don't know why we call it that. It's kind of corny, but we are basically taking a bunch of weird-ass shit we found on the internet and in pop culture, smashing it together, and serving it up.
To you who may have missed some of these stories, my story is Chipotle. We're going to talk about that lady who threw a burrito at a lady.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And then our boy George Santos, we'll be catching up with him.
I have, is that all you have?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, cool. I have the anti-Semitic presidents of Ivy League schools.
Light topics.
Light topics. You might have seen this Congress hearing where they said a bunch of questionable stuff. We'll get into it. And then I also wanted to talk about our boy Stool Presidente, his reaction to those
iconic
Congress women. Or not congresswomen, I'm sorry, presidents of Ivy League schools. Oh. I also want to talk about some funny news from Vivek Ramaswamy, Republican candidate.
You are our political correspondent
I guess
today.
So. This is really off-brand for me, to be honest.
I love it. We really swapped. I'm like, Chipotle.
Yeah. And then I'm going to round it out with a PR snafu from Zara. They seem to be prone to these, as well as a catastrophe, I'm calling it. You guys will see. It's kitten themed to end out the show.
Enjoy.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold on.
From that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm going to ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's risque business news.
Okay.
Well, all right, May, listen, I'm at the edge of my seat. Do we want to start with the anti-Semitism or do we want to start with the fast food fiasco?
Let's start with the fast food fiasco and let's get into hardcore anti-Semitism in its purest form.
Well, funnily
from
enough,
us.
this one,
From the
I'm like, this one's also anti-Semitic. No, it's not at all. If you guys missed it, over the last couple weeks, there was a little snafu at this Chipotle in, where the hell was this? I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the fucking country. But basically, someone was filming it, and here's the video of it. There was, Parma, Ohio.
Okay, let me see this video because I read about it, but I didn't see the actual video.
Yeah, for those who are just listening in, we are watching a lady pick up an online order. Pretty fucking standard at Chipotle.
Okay, she's okay.
Oh! Look at this lady coming in fucking hot.
What a lunatic. Imagine seeing that in person. I would be so shocked.
I would lose it. But my God. Okay, so if you're just listening to this episode, I'll briefly describe what happens. Essentially, there's this like lady in this pink shorts. She's pissed about the mobile order. The employee is talking to her. You don't really know why. I have some background. I'll tell you in a second. And then this escalates to the point where she takes her burrito at short range, like 2-3 feet across the counter, fucking hurls it at the poor employee's face.
Like a pie in the face kind of situation, but just a burrito bowl.
Burrito bowl to the face. And those things have some heft.
They do have
At least when I get them, they have some weight.
And then also, maybe that was why she was throwing it, though. Maybe it didn't have the double cheese that she
maybe it didn't have the poundage she was looking for. That lady wanted some poundage. And then after, as she throws it and she immediately realizes she's got to make a quick exit, this grandma-looking lady comes in hot and starts yelling at her in her face, like, go apologize.
As she should have been. I mean, that's like unhinged behavior. That's Karen times 1,000.
1,000.
Wow.
But
so do you know what they were talking about behind the counter?
Yes, I went on good old Reddit, and you know it's true because it's on Reddit. So take this as fact. Essentially, what apparently had happened was that this woman had come in, and it was dinner. It was like rush time. Like there's clearly a line. That's why there's all these people filming it because they're waiting in line, being normal. And she was getting her pickup order. She didn't like how it was made. She had the employee remake it. The second time around, she still didn't like how it was made, was arguing with her. The employee was She was asking other customers, like, would you eat this? And they were like, yeah, we're in line behind you all fucking day.
Yeah, yeah. Also, how many fucking variations could you possibly have on a burrito bowl? Like,
it's Chipotle. Like, what are we doing?
yeah.
Maybe you don't like how much but that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of Chipotle. You go in and you have to smooth talk the Chipotle worker so they give you bonus.
Correct.
That's like, they have all the power. It's probably one of the best fast food jobs because you're the whole time, I'm like wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
I'm in there just like, more meat.
Yeah. Or you go like a little more and it just ends up being double meat, but you
Yeah.
just said a little more, you didn't say double.
Exactly. And they know. They know. But like, that's why you're friendly. You're like running a one-woman show.
Yeah.
But not this lady. So she had them remake it, did not enjoy. The manager was saying like, this is a normal portion. And if you like have an issue, like you can, email our department head or whatever, who I'm sure gets this kind of shit all the time.
Oh, God.
But like, I can't keep remaking it for you. There's a line here.
And I'm wasting food.
Also, I hate you.
Also, you are horrible.
You're a horrible person.
Yeah.
So she did not enjoy this alternative option and instead decided to go for assault, in which she throws the burrito into her face.
She's lucky that it didn't have, maybe it was like super spicy or super hot. Imagine if it would like.
Yeah, it's covered
got
in
in her
like
eyes
spicy
or
salsa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I would be so mad. So anyway, obviously you cannot throw burritos into people's faces. Definitely not employees' faces, really anyone's. She got detained after this, or not immediately detained, but they got her license plate number and sent it to the cops. The cops went and found her and were like, bad news.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, this is a misdemeanor. They take her to court, and the judge, this is where this gets more interesting, because this, unfortunately, there's these kinds of cases all the time.
Yeah.
Apparently the judge, part of the reason they gave this more unusual sentence was because they were so fucking sick of these cases.
So it's just like an epidemic in
It's
this
like,
town.
what is
People throwing
happening?
fast food back at the workers.
Yeah, or just being just outrageously disrespectful to fast food workers or people in general. So he said that she could either have a 90-day jail sentence or a 30-day jail sentence combined with 60 days of working in a fast food job.
Specifically that Chipotle. Could you imagine the
No.
hazing she would get? Oh
I
my
really
God.
hope it would be that Chipotle. But here's the thing. I love Chipotle, and they would never hire this lady.
That's true.
They get quality individuals. I love Chipotle.
It's really good. It's
a
solid.
great product. And
It
I love how
is.
every once in a while they give you E. coli, and I'm like, I don't even care.
I don't care.
No,
I'm gonna roll
bonus.
the dice. If anything, I'm like, the E. coli makes me think it's like more organic or something. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, it's like from the earth. Like the earth has E. coli. I know you're just part of what we're doing here.
what's your favorite Chipotle hack? Mine is asking for one taco and get everything on it. It's basically a burrito bowl.
Wait, I have the exact same
Do
hack.
you? Oh, really?
Hey, guys, I cannot stress enough. It is $3,
Yeah, something
$2.85
insane.
or something crazy for one.
If you get guac and steak, sometimes it's $5, but still.
But then it's a full thing, and you get it into a bowl. So what I'll do is do that, and then I'll get chips and I'll make it nachos.
Oh, that's nice.
It's nice. It
That's
is
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Or here's my other like little mini hack is I'll say I'm getting veggies, and then I'll have them put veggies on, and they'll go full blast like, oh, this girl's like a vegetarian, she wants all the.
Yeah.
Then you hit them with the and chicken.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But
She
they've
hit 'em.
already, and they're not going to charge you extra for veggies.
True.
So they never do. But that's why you have to be nice, because they technically could.
They technically could.
Nope. That's why you got to keep them on your side.
It's a good place also to bring your annoying vegan friends because they have
Yeah.
vegan options.
It's
Mike.
the perfect restaurant, which is why you don't disrespect them like this. So anyway, the judge gave her this option. She is a mother of 4, and she ends up taking it. And
So
she-
wait, which one did you take? The $30, 30 days of jail, and then also 60 days of working in a fast food
Yes.
restaurant? What fast food restaurant do you know?
So she has to go and apply and get a job, and then come back and prove to the court that she was able to get the job and work 20 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of annoying, though, because I'm like, she's just going to have a beefed up resume.
Yeah. Well, that's annoying also if it's like, I don't know, what if somebody wants the job and they're like, I got beat out by this fucking piece of shit because she threw a burrito bowl and something. Like, I need to work.
Who assaulted? Also, her name, like, if you Google her, it shows up.
Yeah.
What if she just can't get the job?
I don't know how much Googling is going on when they're
That's
hiring
true.
at, Mickey D's and places like that, but
That is true.
maybe.
Yeah, someone actually asked him about this, and he goes, I don't think she's going to run into any issue getting a job at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
But let us know if she does.
Also, I feel like I would want her to work at my fast food restaurant just to like, I don't know, teach her a lesson or something.
Oh my God, it would be great for morale. Though actually, apparently she was not, that people were complaining that she apparently was having a bad attitude and still complaining about the food during the hearing.
What?
I know. So they were like, I don't think she's taking it that seriously.
Well, also, I think this sounds like she's just straight up mentally ill. So I don't even know if this is really gonna like sink into her because she's just fucking mentally ill.
Correct. Yeah. It's not like she's remorseful. She's like, I've already gotten to the point where I'm throwing burritos at people.
Yeah. I feel like there's been a lot of that. Obviously, over COVID, like Karen-ness spiked. But I feel like I've seen people like throwing like smoothies in people's faces and stuff
Definitely
like that.
more videos. So it's one of those things like chicken or the egg. Like, were we doing that? Not me. People as a whole doing that at the same rate beforehand, and we just didn't have social media to capture it.
Maybe, because also, do you remember it's now closed, but there was a McDonald's on West 4th in Manhattan, and it was fucking famous.
Yeah.
Because like people,
Isn't that the one they're making the cellar?
Yeah, they're making into the new cellar space, which is so funny.
Hilarious to me.
But this old McDonald's, dude, it was the most dangerous place in New York. Like, genuinely, do not go in there. Like, there was people like hopping the counters and getting in fist fights. Like, every single like world star thing would be like that McDonald's.
Tagged at that McDonald's.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was unbelievably wild, that fucking McDonald's. It was legendary. Like, everyone, I'm not going to say I don't eat it, but I never ate that one McDonald's.
Well, no, you didn't want to fight someone.
Yeah, I know.
You weren't trained to
I
eat
wasn't
at
trained.
McDonald's. It's not safe to eat at that McDonald's unless you have gone through a rigorous 3-step training program. You have knee pads on.
I hadn't started solid core yet, so I hadn't started my Navy SEAL training. But yeah, everyone, like a lot of people I know, their craziest New York story was in that McDonald's. So I guess it's just people have been acting up.
Now it's going to be at the cellar. What if it's just like haunted by hecklers? There's like this like massive problem, and it's like, I think it's the space.
Yeah, it's just the space.
The spirit of McDonald's is ruining this
lingering.
establishment.
Oh my God. Yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, so essentially, so she has to go and get this job, which I think is hilarious. She also has to go to jail for 30 days, which good. I'm glad she'll have some time to go think about her life. Maybe she was on meds or something, even though that's still not an excuse. Like, you have to handle your shit.
It sounds like, based on her still complaining at the court, she's just not
The
there.
worst.
She's just not there. Like, she's just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then Chipotle in response says the most generic bullshit. The health and safety of our employees is our greatest priority, and we're pleased to see justice served for any individual that does not treat our team members with the respect they deserve. Yeah, Chipotle. Woo! Fucking get them. The employee, obviously the person most impacted by this, because you know what sucks is, I mean, the video is a little funny. I'm sorry, like it is a little bit funny, but like she has to deal with that now. Like, that's a very famous video. Millions of people have seen it, and it like clearly her.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like her friends and family have circulated it. It's kind of embarrassing.
It's super embarrassing. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe she finds a humor in it now. I think she
hope
will
she does.
eventually.
I hope she's that kind of personality.
I would guess that eventually she will, but usually like time plus tragedy equals comedy, and there hasn't been time yet. So that does suck that it's like a viral thing. That's why I'm so against. I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod or not, but I'm so against when comedians use audience members' faces in their crowd work clips.
I agree with that.
They
Unless it's a great bit, in which case maybe I will do it.
But I'm like, they signed up to go to a show. They did not sign up to potentially go viral for you making fun of them.
Yeah.
And like, that's a real person with a job, and that's in my opinion, it's fucked up.
No, I completely agree. I think at the minimum, like, you maybe go and if you've cleared it with them, that's a different story.
Yeah, if you ask them.
These people have not cleared it with them more often than not.
Yeah. Totally.
This lady apparently was dealing with the stress from the incident and quit the job at Chipotle after the attack and found another job. That's super fair. I think that's fair to be like, I'm not going to stay at this Chipotle anymore. She might come back for me. And she had begun counseling to deal with the trauma.
Counseling?
I know. Maybe
maybe that's a little dramatic.
Maybe that's a little dramatic, like related to the hearing or whatever.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? But also, like, you know what? Get in counseling, period.
Yeah, free counseling. Hey, go for it.
I don't know if it's free. They did also do a fundraising effort for her on social media, and they raised $7,000.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, okay.
So she got a little, I don't know, some extra money.
Go off. I wonder if the other employees are like, please, somebody fucking
Yeah,
throw a Diet Coke
they're
in
like
my
pissing
face.
people off. They're like, come on.
Just doing the worst job imaginable. Are you ready to dive into hardcore anti-Semitism at its finest?
Yes, I have been waiting to do that.
So, unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen that the presidents from Harvard, MIT, and UPenn testified before Congress about an alarming increase in anti-Semitism on their campuses. And basically,
Thoughts on that?
So Congresswoman Stefanik, she was famously asking them the question if calling for the genocide of Jews would violate the university's code of conduct. And all three presidents of these elite universities were basically saying it depends on the context. And like they wouldn't really, like, it's the easiest thing to just say yes to, but they said, that's what they said. I understand. I'm not an idiot. I understand that probably there was some legalese tied to that, but like it was such a frustrating and mind-blowing thing to watch in real time.
It is one of those things where I think that they have gotten so deep into like the semantics of how a lot of people in those like organizations speak with one another, and especially in like the bureaucratical portion of them. They're not ever saying anything real, and it's all like fancy words, and but as a result, sometimes I feel like they're missing these like layups of questions where it's like, yeah, you should genocide of a group, any group, fill in the blank.
Hey, bad.
All group. Genocide, bad.
No, thank you. Not good.
No.
And
they're like, listen, if Hitler was a student here and he wanted to just distribute this little pamphlet
we
he wrote,
want to make him feel really comfortable in doing so. I mean, by their own admission, like by that testimony, what I'm understanding is that if the KKK wanted to do a rally at UPenn, they would.
Yeah.
They could.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
And here's, okay, and you know what's, I have a hot take on this. Why not? Shall we?
Sure.
I actually don't necessarily disagree that they should be able to have, because freedom of speech, like you should obviously be mad at these people and you should be able to counter protest, blah, blah, blah. I get why you want to be able to have all ideas come forward because, say, for instance, if you were running an elite institution in Nazi Germany, perhaps your opinion might differ with the status quo around you, but you should still be able to say it, right?
Sure.
So in those instances, and like, I don't think that that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
I think it might be the other way around. But either way, I kind of see that like purist. However, that's not what they have been putting forward over the last couple of years. Anyone has said shit about anything else and they've immediately shut it down.
Exactly. They expel them. They get rid of them. It's like, it's kind of insane.
It's a very unbalanced approach that they've had in the enforcement of their code of conduct, depending on what you're going to be saying, like depending on if they agree with you or not. And that's exactly where this falls apart. If you had been consistently saying everyone can say anything they want, even if it's disgusting, then fine, I guess.
But
fine. I still hate it, but like fine. But they haven't done that, so fuck off.
Well, and also we're talking about a code of conduct here. So it's like if your student is saying things like kills, which is, we're going to get banned off of fucking TikTok. But whatever. We'll bleep that.
Yes.
But you guys understand what I just said.
Yeah. May said.
I said in earnest. Just sound clip that. That's what I say all the time. You know me. But if a student is saying that, they should be expelled. If they
I completely agree with you. But it's like I'm trying to even play devil's advocate, and even the devil's advocate version, it falls apart like immediately. Where I'm like, you haven't even done what you're saying that you're doing.
Yeah.
You are completely putting whatever your personal opinions are onto this one specific issue, which is exactly the problem here.
Right. So this woman, McGill, she's from UPenn. She stepped down recently and she put out a pretty cringeworthy apology. But, you know, apology videos are always cringeworthy. She's in a tough spot.
Yeah, that one was tough. Maybe she could have gotten with a written letter.
Yeah.
Maybe throw a letter out there. That lady at least fucking tried, though. I'll give her that.
Yeah. So this guy, Ross Stevens, he's a hedge fund manager. He threatened to pull a $1 million donation from the University of Pennsylvania. And I think that really pushed people to be like, you got to go.
Didn't I think he ended up doing it, actually.
Oh, he did?
A lot. There, like hundreds of millions of dollars in donations have been pulled.
Oh, wow.
from these universities since. It doesn't fucking matter is the problem, because they're the endowments that they have, or I think that's what it's called, like the amount of money that they manage, because they're all managers. Like
Right.
Harvard has its own fund that they manage.
Yeah.
It makes so much fucking money that pulling the donations, like, yeah, it sucks, but they're gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So then the other thing is that there was concerns over McGill. So that's the lady from UPenn. Her leadership for about a few months. They said even before the war between Israel and Hamas broke out in September, she was criticized for an event on campus which had invited speakers with a history of anti-Semitic comments and behavior. This event was focused on celebrating Palestinian culture, which is okay, but like with the anti-Semitism comments, maybe not. And also scheduled to end just before the beginning of Yom Kippur, which is obviously a Jewish holiday. So that's like not great timing. Optics are poor.
Right.
So, yeah, that's kind of fucking crazy. There are some people that are standing by her, though. This guy who was on the board of trustees, he says, while I was asked to remain in that role for the remainder of my term in order to help with the presidential transition, I concluded that for me, it was the right time to depart. So he stepped down alongside her. He said that she was a good person and not the slightest bit anti-Semitic. So...
I mean, I hope that she's not anti-Semitic, but unfortunately in that specific moment, she was responsible for saying like something that was going to make her group of people at her university who have great reason to feel concern.
Yeah.
Historically. Not that long ago either.
No.
Maybe feel a little safer on
Yeah.
her campus. That's the job. It's a job.
That is the job. So
And I would obviously really hope that she personally is not anti-Semitic as well.
yeah.
But I think that's table stakes.
And to be honest, like maybe this is a really naive take because she literally stood in front of Congress and basically said that saying
I know,
kill
we're
the
like,
Jews
what
is
does she-
okay.
What does she think though?
But like I would like to think that she's not, and she was just speaking in legalese bullshit as they do.
I
you
know,
what I mean?
really
But
trying to give benefit of the doubt.
But that's being too kind, I think. Along as well as the other two ladies as well. But so Dave Portnoy, forever our boy, he says that he will not be hiring from Harvard, MIT, or UPenn. So
Yep. I also saw that there was like he has two people from Harvard on staff, and he's like, they're cool though. Francis Ellis is one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to Harvard and he works at Barstool.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, he had a lot of things to say about it. I mean, obviously, I feel like it should be like a case-by-case basis because there's probably a lot of people, not a lot, but maybe some like people that want to work for Barstool there. They're like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, I'm sure.
I didn't say that.
And I think that's actually, so obviously pulling the donations is one thing, and it will impact them. But I unfortunately think that, well, maybe I'm being naive, and it really does impact them more. But they have a lot of money, and those endowments are going to continue to just make interest on the investments they've made. Yeah. But preventing their students' employment opportunities going forward, and like, I'm sorry, you're Harvard.
Yeah, people.
Where do you put people? You put them in banks. You make lawyers.
Yeah.
You make consultants.
You know who works at a lot of those banks?
I mean, just fucking straight up. Yes, of course they do. And also beyond that, like the banks are like, we don't want to tolerate this shit.
Right.
And like, we're kind of famously assholes about this. Like, we don't care.
Yeah.
So I
mean,
think it's going to be if I were enrolled right now, I'd be like, okay, guys, cut the shit.
Totally. And
like, cut it out, because I'd like to be able to get a job. And I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to get a job right now, fresh out of college.
Yeah, just
did you see all of the different consulting groups? They've been like slashing the hiring classes because
really?
Yeah, it's not good right now.
I actually didn't know that.
A lot of the people who are coming right out of like, especially those elite universities, the roles they typically go out for, there's a bit of a clench on them right now. I'm sure it'll come around. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I'm not an economist, even though I did study economics, but at a state school. So that's not where we actually use the degree. Okay.
I mean, I do think like the rate of brainwashing is crazy. Like it used to be where you would get strong-armed and peer pressured into like having one more beer.
Yeah.
Now you're getting strong-armed into like, you have to take my side in this insanely complex, wildly historic, like, you know, there's no good answer war, or else I'm going to call you a psychopathic.
bigot.
Yeah.
And on TikTok.
Right. It's crazy.
What I'm trying to say is bring back binge drinking. I think this is a great
Please.
opportunity for Four Locos to go back to their original recipe.
Please. I mean, as somebody who
Make college chill again.
I live right by Washington Square Park, and good God, these youths need to be stopped.
These youths need to go to the bars.
They gotta go to the bars, okay?
Go get laid.
Please
Okay?
do us all a favor. My God. Okay, what's your next story?
That's a really good story and something I've been thinking a lot about. So let's go and pivot over to more politics, but definitely a much more unserious version. George Santos, our boy.
Oh my God.
He is out. He got kicked out. I think we kind of briefly talked about this, but he has been busy and he is living his best life. And I'm so happy for him in a way.
Now that he's not in Congress, I kind of fucking love him.
I'm obsessed.
Reality star. We talked about this
Absolutely.
with Sophie Buttle. Reality star.
He needs to be on a reality television show as soon as possible. So he goes and starts Cameo. I don't know if you guys saw this, but he is on Cameo, and that's where you can essentially pay whatever amount of money, I think it's up to $500 for him to make a short video for whatever you want. Happy birthday or like company kickoff or whatever it is. And he's doing great. He's got really great reviews. Someone reviewed him and said, George delivered in my video for my friend in a way he could have continued to in Congress if those cowards let him. 5 stars. But he's got like a great
5
little
stars.
page. 5 stars. His little description is former congressional icon, and then it's got the painted nail emoji.
Oh my God.
He's fantastic.
I wonder what his real name is. It's not George Santos. I don't know what
No.
it is, but
No,
that's not it.
It's definitely not George.
How many has
Santos.
he done?
Like so many. 24-hour delivery. His average video length is 32 seconds. Let's check this.
You how much I love Chicago. Chicago is such a great city. I mean, it gets its nickname of Windy City and all, but it's so beautiful, especially during the holidays. The city lights up, it's so pretty. And look, a star like yourself who played for the Chicago Thunder. I mean, you're an all-American volleyball player. Like, why would you ever want...
Honestly, that was amazing. That was the best thing I've ever seen, and it's not even close.
What, dude? And he's pumping this kind of content out. Like he only has a few rules on his requirements. His first one saying he wouldn't do any pro Osama bin Laden stuff. George, no one's doing that anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
They were for like a day.
They were. That's true. Noting
is
but here's the funny part. Noting that he lived through 9/11 as a New Yorker, and it's not going to happen never. If you recall, this was because he said his mother had made it through 9/11 when reality was that she did not live in New York.
Okay, great.
So I guess she did technically live through.
I mean, she did
9/11.
live through 9/11, as we all did.
We did too. I did too. I was in
Also,
a full different
so did
part of the
he.
country. Yeah. He's like, I'm a survivor.
Yeah, same. I was in Massachusetts.
I was in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made it. Good job, Laura. His second requirement is that he would never spew an ounce of anti-Semitism because of the background I have.
Oh my God, because he claimed he was Jewish, but he said he was just Jewish. Oh, that's so funny.
If you don't remember,
this
yes,
guy.
George Santos went off saying that he was Jewish, but then he referred it was Jew-ish.
Oh my God. This man.
Hilarious. So he's still holding true to those. Both great policies, I would say.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
good
mean,
to
I'm not mad at it.
No 9/11 jokes, no Jew jokes. That's great policies for your cameos. So he's doing well. He's cranking them out right now. Got into a bit of hot water when Jimmy Kimmel actually went, and obviously this is comedy gold. I've considered getting this done for RBN.
Yeah.
Maybe still will.
Why
Maybe
not?
if the price comes down a little bit. $500.
Are you kidding me? He's making $500 a cameo?
A cameo?
Wow, good for him.
30 seconds of work.
Wow.
Let's say he does a couple takes, 2 to 3 minutes of work. That is a fantastic rate.
Yeah, that's good.
He does so Jimmy Kimmel, I think before he went up to this, I can't imagine what Jimmy Kimmel's budget is, but I can't imagine he can afford that many $500 cameo or
Yeah.
Santos cameos. So he goes and has a whole bunch of them recorded and plays them on the show. This first one saying, George, please congratulate my friend Gary Fortuna for winning the Clearwater, Florida beef eating contest. He ate almost 6 pounds of loose ground beef in under 30 minutes, which was a new record. He's not feeling great right now, but the doctor thinks he will be released from the hospital soon. Please wish him a speedy recovery. Will Santos say it? You can see.
Oh my God.
Will Santos say it? Let's find out.
Hey, Gary Fortuna. George Santos here. I just wanted to stop by to congratulate you for winning the Clearwater, Florida beef eating contest. Eating 6 pounds of loose ground beef in under 30 minutes is a all-time new record, which is amazing and impressive. Congratulations for the win. I know you're feeling a little under the weather, but I hear from a great source that the doctor said you'll be released from the hospital soon and recover well. Look, have a speedy recovery and then enjoy the festivities of the end of the year. Bye.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So fucking funny. And also, he delivered that so well.
Yeah, he did.
He kind of has like a knack for this.
Right.
So I was like, that was inspiring. So anyway, George Santos obviously notes that Jimmy Kimmel puts multiple of his cameos. He does like 3 or 4 of these on the show, and it says he has a whole bunch to continue playing through the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And immediately he's like, no, fucking no. He says that Jimmy is violating the cameo's terms of service, adding that if he continues to put them up, he's going to charge him a much higher business rate since they weren't requested for personal use. And then sends him a bill for $21,000.
Oh, what? Are you serious? Oh my God.
It kills
Was Jimmy
me.
like, no?
Yes, exactly. Jimmy Kimmel responds and goes, the idea that Mr. Santos would claim we shortchanged him and used credit card purchases improperly proves once and for all that the man is a comedic genius.
I mean, genuinely, maybe. Him
He
and
really
Trump are
is.
the funniest comedians that we have.
We really, there's nothing I've ever said or done that is funnier than that.
No, it's really funny.
Yeah. It's kind of nice just knowing that like the greats already exist, you know,
Yeah.
and we're just walking in their shadows.
Oh, yeah.
And he's making some fucking serious money off of this.
I'm sure he is.
CBS interviewed him and they were like, so what's it at? Like, what are you making right now? And he said, I can tell you that by the end of this week, that is actually factual, I will have made more money in 7 days than I would have made in an entire year in Congress.
Wow.
Congress people make $174,000 a year. $174,000
In 1 year.
and he made that in one
week.
Granted, he is also famously a liar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
nobody really knows.
who's to really say? But he does seem to be making a good deal of money.
Yeah.
There was actually another little story about apparently he was out with his girl Lauren Boebert.
Oh my God.
Oh.
LOL. She's the woman who got she got felt up in a movie theater playing Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. She got
Yeah.
fingered in Beetlejuice.
Fingered.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's make it that though. Too much. But anyway, he went out with her and they bought like a whole bunch of pizza for people at a restaurant or
Oh my
something
God,
like that. So
amazing.
they were like living their lives.
I'm sure
They
he's
were,
fun
like,
to hang
making it
out with.
rain.
Like everything he says, he's just like, yeah, and I grew up in Peru. You're like, okay, you're just dancing.
Yes, you did, George.
My dad
Shots.
is actually, I don't know, the prime minister of fucking Zimbabwe.
Justin
Yay!
Trudeau's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes so much sense. Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing. Yeah, I bet he is fun.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's that story.
So let's move on to Vivek Ramaswamy. You might know him as a Republican candidate for president. He was on a live talk on X with Elon Musk and Alex Jones,
Which,
Matt Gaetz, and
Holy
Andrew
shit.
Tate.
first of all, that lineup makes me, I think the devil is worried.
Nightmare.
Even the devil is like, that's a lot.
I mean, nightmare blunt rotation for sure. That is
Marry,
crazy.
fuck, kill between them.
Oh, marry. Okay, let's see. Marry Elon for sure.
I think I'd marry Vivek,
Oh yeah, you're right.
but I would
I'd-
fuck Elon.
Yeah, I would marry Vivek, fuck Elon,
Kill
kill
Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other ones aren't the great either.
Alex Jones is
Alex-
just so gross in every respect. Like, just like.
Yeah.
Also, he put him back on.
yeah,
and-
he put him back on X, which he was taken off of X in 2018. I think he was deplatformed from there for saying insane fucking things. Obviously, famously about
The Sandy
Sandy
Hook.
Hook.
which was so weird that he like made
Maybe
that
I'd
his
kill
big-
him.
maybe kill him.
Yeah.
But what was really sad about that is they put him back on the week of the anniversary of
What?
the Sandy Hook shooting. Yeah.
Okay, what is with people in this horrific timing going on?
I don't know. It's pretty nuts though.
Yeah.
I'm sure those parents and like loved ones are like,
Ugh.
okay, happy anniversary.
Well,
So let's be real. There's not that many people left on there except for me. I'm weirdly on X a lot
X?
right now. I don't
oh,
know what's
get
going.
off of it.
It's like watching. It's my reality television.
oh,
It's
that's
just
the worst show ever.
It's so entertaining though. It's
Oh.
so entertaining.
You know what? I've been going on Threads, which obviously is like mimicking X,
Mhm.
and it started out with people just being like, "Is this how you use it?" Haha, and like
Yeah.
it was so silly and whatever. And now it is so quickly turned into the dumpster fire that is Twitter. It's
Yeah.
been like overnight. I'm like, God, we can't
None of us
have
can-
anything nice.
We really can't.
We can't have anything nice because it is so fucking horrible out there, and people's brains are rot.
Well, I think the reality is all of those different the only way to really get an audience is by being hateful and like
Yeah.
having drama or having people mad at you. Because when I see something that I like or I laugh at or something, I maybe give it a heart.
Yeah, true.
Maybe give it a heart.
Well,
I really have to really like it in order to support it versus just being like, "Dah, dah, dah, dah," like everyone, when you're angry at everyone, it like brings it up to the top.
I know, but when I actually like things that I think are funny, and I don't like anything that's controversial because I don't want anybody being like one
Sure.
way or the other screaming at me. But anyway, so long story short, he was on this. I guess they're having like X talks, like a
It's one of-
live broadcast thing.
It's one of those ones where it's kind of like, remember Clubhouse?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
It's similar to Clubhouse, but with Twitter used to do it too. That was what Jack was talking about, where when all of them got banned, they could still do the lives. So the bands like they were just like, we're just gonna go live.
Oh,
instead.
that's so fun. Which is like so much worse.
Yeah, it's so much worse.
Go live. Anyway, he was not on mute. He thought he was on mute, and he was peeing, and you could hear the stream of his urine on this live.
That is hilarious.
Which is, very embarrassing. It brings me back to when, what's his name? Tubin or something like that? Jeffrey Tubin, is that right?
Oh.
When he masturbated, I mean, it's obviously way worse, but he masturbated in front of all of his colleagues.
Maybe
and he just
Vivek
didn't
was
know.
masturbating. That's just
Maybe
how he does it.
Yeah, he's just he's just peeing on a hooker.
Yeah. He's like, whoa, it's a golden shower, and no one knew.
Yeah, wow.
Um,
Have you been watching I have not watched a second of the Republican.
no, I haven't, and I really
Debates.
should because I want to see them walking around in their little high heels.
Oh my God, the
The
highest
lifts.
heels. I'm
The
sorry.
lifts.
American politics is the funniest fucking shit.
We're so funny.
We are so funny. The fact that DeSantis is walking around with the tallest high heels I've ever seen in my life. Like, I can't.
And they're all getting their ass kicked by Trump, and he's not even there.
He's not even there.
He's not even there, and they're just getting their ass kicked. This
He's
guy's
just-
I think he's gonna get back in office. I'm
He's
gonna be like, I
I think so too. I really do.
It's a disaster, but like, it's just gonna happen. And at least he's the funniest fucking guy right now.
Oh my God. Did I send you this the other day? He posted a very, very, very unflattering photo of Chris Christie. Did you
I
see this?
saw this.
And he looked so bad. And he was like, and he just said, like, we need like people that are fit to run for office. And I was like, oh my God.
It's the Real Housewives could never.
It also reminds me of, he did some like press conference when he was like, Chris Christie is somewhere eating whatever. And then somebody like in the front row didn't even say anything. He was like, do not call him a fat pig. Do not, no, we don't. Do not call him a fat pig. I'm like, that is the funniest fucking thing I have ever seen. And him just like doubling down on
Stop
Chris
calling him a fat pig. The guy's like, I have said no words.
I'm sorry, that is the funniest, like hands down
That
the
is
funniest thing I've ever seen.
Perfect crowd work.
Yeah.
Perfect crowd work.
Yeah.
There's
So
no.
funny.
That's Netflix special worthy right there.
Well, it's also hilarious that like Trump has said so many foot and mouth terrible things, but I mean, he doesn't care. His foot's not in his mouth, but
Yeah.
he should feel embarrassed by the things that he said. And like that situation, it's like not even a soundbite a lot of people know about.
No, I
And
know.
it's he was calling Chris Christie a fat pig and like putting words in some other guy's mouth. And I'm like, that's
Stop
not even on
calling-
like the register. Like people aren't even like, oh, wow.
We're so desensitized to that right now that we're like, all right, whatever. It's
Yeah.
just classic Trump.
Right. Insane.
We're so fucked.
We're so fucked. He totally is going to win because people are idiots.
Because we're being dumb as shit right now.
Yeah.
Because the fucking presidents of these universities can't say, don't kill people. Don't kill any group of people.
Don't call for the extermination of a group of people.
Yeah,
is
they're
that so bad to say?
They're
Is that-
struggling to condemn that. And then we're like, well, why might Trump get some support? This is fucking why. This is fucking why. You're welcome, idiots.
So my next one, I got another spicy topic. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh boy. Okay, so you guys might have seen Zara.
Zara.
Their new campaign is under some fire for parallels to the Gaza crisis. My God, what are people thinking?
Guys, okay, and
So-
this is to my point. This is why Trump is getting back in office. Okay, actually, what are your thoughts on this? I'm curious because I have mine.
On this?
Yeah.
So basically what it was is they put out an ad campaign and the it was like statues over this model and it's wrapped in like white
Like
bags, I guess, or
It
cloth.
looks like a cellophane or like a
looks like just
like a
cloth.
protective whatever, like whatever
Sure.
you'd ship things in. Right?
And yeah. And so they put this out, and then people were like, wait a minute, that looks like the body bags from Gaza. So that is not good. So
They're in an art studio.
so I have this theory about it because this was actually shot back in September, which was before October 7th. So this whole campaign was shot in September. Math before October 7th. But anyway, so I think they had this vision it was supposed to be like mannequins being brought out or
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean it is. There's
it-
mannequins behind them. There's
Right.
it's statues, mannequins. They're in an art studio.
That's what it's
It's
supposed
like
to
just
be.
a fucking campaign.
But I will say, I mean, I definitely do not think that their ad department did this intentionally because they'd have to be fucking idiots to do it intentionally.
Why
I think
would they?
No, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. But anyway, so people then were saying that it looked like the people from Gaza. I think it was just like a very unfortunate coincidence. However, the people that shot this should have seen like maybe we should pull this.
I think they did, but didn't. Well, yeah,
No, before they put it out.
before they put it out
To be like, hey,
seeing
you guys, this
seeing
we
the
don't want, like,
similarities.
yeah, like kind of like nebulous, like maybe this could be a dead body imagery right now.
Yeah, I guess you do have a good point. So my take on this was like, what are we fucking doing? And honestly, the fact that they're like making this kind of ridiculous, like to me, that does not look like a dead body because she's in an art studio with a statue that's half wrapped right behind her.
Right.
It's clearly a woman surrounded by art doing art shit. It's a Zara ad campaign is the other big giveaway.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be referencing Gaza
No.
because they're trying to sell leather coats.
Yeah, that's all they want to do.
That's what they want to do. They don't
just
give
wanna-
a fuck.
Yeah, they want to sell their pleather.
That's it.
They want to sell their very ill-fitting sweaters. They give you
They
static.
want to sell their European fitting pants that will never fit you, Laura. Stop asking. Get out of the store, you American giant. You're not invited, okay? This is Zara, okay? This is not Payless. Get out. But either way, I really I don't think that this is in any way remotely. I do agree with you, though, that unfortunately a lot of people in the world are crazy. And it probably is somebody's job at Zara to like double check
Yeah.
world shit and make sure the final approval doesn't have it linked up with any other
Yeah, world thing. Obviously, like literally everyone in the fucking world is talking about what's going on in Gaza. So it's kind
Yeah,
of
I guess-
insane that this slipped by. But yeah.
The problem though is that I think there's a lot of people who are like in my position where they're like more ridiculous bullshit that we're like calling like getting
Right.
mad at random companies and just like making a big fuss versus actually like addressing real issues around this and like actually discussing things. And as a result, it's just going to continue to drive these groups further apart.
Totally.
Anyway,
no, I
enjoy
agree.
4 more years of Trump.
Totally. God damn it.
Thank God we got mad about Zara. Thank God.
Well, at least we'll all be unified and being on X fucking bitching about Trump, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I won't be, but I will be taking a nice reprieve.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
on-
I don't contribute at all.
Yeah,
I am
I
the
don't
professional
contribute.
lurker.
Yeah.
There in Reddit, I think I'm turning into a young incel man.
Maybe.
I might be.
Yeah. I'd like to spend more time on Reddit because Reddit can be kind of fun, actually.
It's actually a good time.
Okay. So this last story it's kind of a funsy one, even though someone almost died. So, okay.
Okay.
But there is a man who tripped over his cat and he sustained car crash, like the injuries to the level of a car crash.
How? What is he, a lion? Like,
I don't know.
He's like, I have a bobcat and it beat the shit out of me.
So his cat, he has like this little, what do you call those? Like a hairless cat.
Oh, Sphinx.
A Sphinx cat.
I want a
And-
Sphinx cat. Minus you have to pop their pimples.
Ew, yeah.
And they leave oil slicks everywhere.
Ew. From like their anal glands or
no,
something?
from their body. Because they have no fur to
Ew.
like, because they have no fur. So it's like when they lay on the sheets, they get up and it's a slick of oil. After I saw that, I thank God for TikTok because I was like, oh my God, it would be so cute to get a little Sphinx with password who's so fuzzy.
Yeah.
And then I saw that and I was like, absolutely not.
No, that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be cleaning up oil spills.
Also, this is so gross. But Max Spinelli, friend of the pod, his sister has a hairless cat, and he's like, I'm not gonna lie, like she has like a little vagina, and you can see the little vagina on the cat.
No!
And then he's like, and then this cat would like come over and like sit on me, and he'd be like, oh, get your little vagina off of me. What the fuck? Go away.
Ew, 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 ew. She makes when they try to sit on your face in the morning, you're like, no.
Please. Please,
Assault,
God.
assault, help.
Horrible. So, okay, so this guy was in the
babies,
UK.
no.
And he miraculously survived after sustaining a broken neck, fractured spine, smashed ribs, blood in his lungs, and other car crash evoking injuries from tripping over his cat.
Wow.
He goes, I can't remember much, just falling fast. It was quick and it was over within seconds. Then I was at the bottom. This man, Chris Rowley, he's 59. He told the Mirror.
Wait, so did he fall downstairs?
Well, let's see. I don't think so.
Like what? How? Has
Okay.
this man never fallen before? Did he go neck first?
Here we go. Disaster struck after the wrinkly kitty, apparently feeling playful, dove out and latched onto one of the owner's legs while he was coming down the stairs. Okay.
Oh, okay. So he fell down the stairs with it.
It took a bit of a chunk out of my leg, probably just bit him or whatever, and I lost my footing, described Rowley, who reportedly tumbled down 14 steps before arriving at the bottom. Oh my God, where he lay unable to move when his feline put the hell in Hello Kitty. Okay, sorry, that last part I didn't.
Classic New York Post.
Yeah.
Wait, that
believe
is
that?
so. I'm glad he's doing okay, so I can make fun of him, and also that he's going to feed that cat on time every day
Yeah.
going forward. The cat's like, one more fucking
Wow.
time.
I mean, this is
When I want to
fucking
get up,
crazy.
we're getting up, buddy.
So the paramedics revealed that he had suffered a fractured skull, a broken bone in his neck, 2 fractures in the spine, 9 broken ribs, and each rib has multiple fractures.
Holy shit!
My God.
Does it work for the mob? Did
Oh
he
my
owe
God.
it some money?
Wait, this is the worst part. So his wife, Jackie, who's a children's care worker, was working nights and was therefore unable to come to his aid. And as a result, he had to lie unattended for a whopping 14 hours in a pool of his own blood. He goes, my phone was dead. I couldn't get up. I physically couldn't get up. It's the hardest sensation. It's almost like claustrophobia. You can't get out and you can't physically get anywhere or do anything. Oh my God, that is crazy.
And the cat was like hanging out.
The cat was probably like,
Food?
yeah.
Dinner?
Oh,
Fuck you.
My God. So it wasn't
That is
until the next
nuts.
morning when she arrived. Wow. Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Oh, it's just a little man. Password has tried to do so. Sometimes I'll take Password out into the hallway for hallway time. It's one of his great joys in life.
Yeah.
And what he really, really likes to do is sprint up and down the hallway with me, like chasing me. It's really, really cute. But sometimes what he'll do is get so excited that he starts pawing at my feet as I'm running. And I usually am barefoot because it's just like in our apartment hallway. And he has his fucking claws. So he's going like this under my foot. And I'm like, dude, Jesus Christ. And he's right there. And I'm like, I'm going to smash you
Yeah.
accidentally with my foot because you're hitting
The bottom, and then you're going to like smash on top
you're
of it.
nailing the bottom of my foot, and it's really throwing off my stride here
And
as I'm
Casper is-
sprinting.
He's got sharp nails.
I know. I've
Yeah.
been clipping him because the other day he also goes and both arms tries to tackle my leg as I'm sprint running. And I'm like, you have a death wish. You have a full death wish. But he loves it.
I love when they come around a corner and try to lunge at you, and I'm like, oh my god.
So sneaky.
Yeah,
No, not this one. This one's really good.
I know, right? Meanwhile, Greg like announces himself everywhere he goes. He's like, go, like yells as he goes into the other room.
Oh, he's a good boy. Well, damn.
Wow, that was so fun.
What a gamut. We covered a lot of different topics. Guys, I hope you weren't offended. And if you were, I'm sorry.
Well,
I feel like we were just making sense.
We didn't say anything bad, did we?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's so crazy about stuff nowadays that I'm like,
Yeah.
if someone did take offense to something, I'm sorry.
Listen, we are against atrocities and hate on all sides, every side, upside down, and all around.
How about this? I hate everyone.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
I think everyone just probably trying to be a bad person. So that's what it comes out to.
Everyone is a bad person, including us and especially us. And especially you, if you don't tell 3 friends about this podcast and like
Absolutely.
and subscribe and leave a 5-star review and follow me on May_Planert.
And me at Laura Sogar, and come see us live. We perform all over New York, and I know both of us are going to be performing all over the country in the next coming months. So follow us and find out where. All right.
Okay.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.